So I'll just so this video is going to be about Cleanroom, what Cleanroom is, and so some basic steps, how the tools look inside, what to do, what not to do, things like that. Um, I have a small PPT, just 3 slides, so I'll jump in between the video and the PPT whenever the things are relevant. Okay, so we have a lot of time, so feel free, unmute yourself, you can ask anything. So don't think it's so stupid question, it's so basic question. Don't think any of that. Every question has a valuable, reasonable answer. So don't worry. You can ask anything. Don't feel it's basic because no one knows anything here in the team. So you can ask anything. Shout out or send a chat, which way you feel comfortable. Okay, so I'll share the screen. Can you see this screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm getting sound.
Yeah, even I'm getting a background sound. So they muted themselves now. Whoever it is. Okay. Even now I'm hearing a sound, not from mine. Guys, could you all mute yourself if you're not having any questions? Joey Lonil, I see you are not muted. Could you mute yourself, kindly, please? Okay, it's okay. Maybe I'll talk loud and we'll go ahead. It's fine. So I specially made this slide just to show how dirty it is, but we're going to see Cleanroom. So just to show the contrast, how it's going to be in the Cleanroom. I just have 3 slides. One showing why to dress. If you see a person inside a Cleanroom, you cannot go with your normal dressing. You have to gown yourself. In most of the parts, you'll not see. None of the skin will be exposed when you enter the Cleanroom. That's mainly because human shed particles. Even when you sit quietly, you shed so much of particles. So when you move, when you walk, so they specifically say never run inside a Cleanroom and things like that. You're not doing anything, you just sit quietly. That's the thing. So Cleanroom is called Cleanroom because of this reason. They have a particle count, meaning every Cleanroom falls under one of these categories. So what does this table say is, it's the particle in each cubic meter. So if there are 10 particles which are greater than 0.1 micron in one cubic meter, then it is called class 1. 1 cubic meter is it's a cube with all the dimensions of 1 meter. So if you consider that 1 meter cube is a big space, and having only 10 particles is a very less particle count. And to just give you an idea of this micron size, how much is 0.1 micron? If you take just one strand of your hair, a single strand of your hair is 100 micron. Just that you have to divide that hair into so much to get this 0.1 micron. A lot of pieces. Even a tiny particle is a considerable amount of dirt inside. So we are very conscious in regulating the particle count inside our clean. So with this, I'll jump to my video. So you can ask questions anywhere. Feel free to stop me. Okay, wherever you want, you can stop me, ask me questions. Let me know if you can hear what I'm talking in the video. If not, I'll talk here whatever I said. So, yeah, I'm starting.
China's an interesting geographic predicament. 94% of the population is credit,
You might need to like share sound as well as share screen.
So outside. And then I'll show. Oh, you're not seeing the video, is it?
I am seeing the video, but sometimes you need to like share sound so we can hear you talking in the video.
You mean I should mute myself so that you can hear me? No, you're muted.
Kira, now you're muted.
Oops. Sometimes when you click share screen, you get an option to like share computer sound as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. Share sound, yeah. Thanks for that. Let's see now if it works.
Hello all, I'm Hema from Tyndall National Institute. I'll be giving a quick tour of the clean room, so I thought I'd start from the beginning. So yeah, let's see how it looks from outside, and then I'll show you some videos of how it looks when you go in. So before that, I just want to give a quick intro, because a clean room is called clean room for a purpose, because the number of particle count inside the room is very limited. There are some clean rooms with 1000 cc, meaning in 1 cubic centimeter there will be 100 particles, there will be 1000 particles, or there can be 10 particles. The lesser number of particles, the more better the room is, or the more cleaner the clean room is. So why we want it to be so clean? Why it cannot be like any other labs? Because if you consider the chips that we are doing, there are features which are very tiny, from nanometers to microns level, 500 nanometers, 1 micron, 10 micron features. If there is any dust, even a small speck of dust could be hundreds of micron. If it falls on your pattern, then your device is damaged, it may not work. So because the features are tiny, we want it to be so good atmosphere in the environment, so cleaner. That's the main reason. And one more thing what I wanted to say is, before going to clean room, you cannot wear any jewelry, no earring, no rings or chain, nothing. You cannot wear anything, and at the same time no makeup as well. And your dressing should be it cannot be fur or any loose garments which can shred some material. It should not be like that. So just minimal things and you can go ahead. So this is how the Tyndall National Institute looks from outside. And a clean room is an open clean room atmosphere, which meaning we can see the clean room once we enter itself. So this is the clean room. We have entered Tyndall. This is how Tyndall looks, and on the ground floor we have the clean room. All the glass doors, all the glass partition. On the other side, what you see is called clean room. So this yellow bay will be called litho bay. I shall go inside and show all the tools as well. But there are two different ways. If you see, there is a clear partition. On one side the glasses are yellow, on all the other side it is white. I'll soon say why it is so. And similarly to the lights as well. This side the light is yellow, on the other side the lights will be white. So this is how someone inside a clean room would look with all their suit done, so that none of the skin is exposed. Because humans are the biggest contaminants inside the clean room. So this is the area we enter the clean room via that metal door. And once we enter here, we wait for that door to close, and then this door opens on this side. When we come on this side, we start gowning here. And once all the gowning is over, then we enter via this door. So we have so many doors to prevent the outside contamination from entering inside. Because the clean room is kept at a certain particle level. So per cubic centimeter you have a certain number of particle count. So we want to maintain that. So this is how they enter.
Okay, because it used to be open.
So here, what you see is once you enter the door, there will be two sections. As soon as you enter, can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So when you enter, you'll stand on this black mark, and first you have to wear your gloves, and then wear the mask, your face mask, and then cover all your hair. None of the hair should be exposed. So you cover all your hair. And then for guys, they have beard, mustache, so for that they have another face cover. So no hair.
Over the video.
Sorry?
It's very hard to hear you over the video when the video is playing because there's like background noise in it.
Okay. Okay, maybe you guys can watch it. If you have any doubt, then you can ask.
Question. Are the face masks just like the ones we'd wear for COVID, or are they like special ones?
No, the blue masks that they are wearing, that's because of COVID, everyone is wearing. If not for COVID, in general scenario, usually girls don't wear any mask. Guys wear a mask for the mustache and beard. The second mask he was wearing, the white mask, only guys wear. So if not for COVID, girls need not wear any mask on the face.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So soon you'll notice these are called shoe covers, what he's going to wear. So first he'll wear one of the shoe cover, and once the shoe cover is on, he'll switch his leg to the other side. He'll keep his leg to the white marble area. He won't put it on the other side. So once all the covering is done, we don't want the dirt to come to the side. So once he wears the shoe covers, his legs will be on the marble area. So this is on the other side. Once you've done some basic covering like gloves, face mask, head cover, and shoe cover, you come to this section where all the clean room members have individual gowns with a name in the label. So every week we give it for washing and they replace with a new gown. So we go pick our boxes and start covering us here. If you notice his goggles, it's not normal specs that he's wearing. He's wearing goggles. So if someone is wearing like I have power, so they give me powered goggle corresponding to my eyesight, and the others can wear a normal goggle. So why we wear goggles is when we go inside clean room, sometimes we do some wet process like acid etch or something, or sometimes we cut the sample, cut silicon wafers or some other wafer, we cleave them. When we cleave, some minute dust will come out of them. So by any chance, we want to risk the particles entering our eyes. Or even in case of any accidents, we have to protect our eyes to the best. So the goggles will be so huge and over which we wear a face shield. So your eyes will be safe. I mean, it really damages when a tiny particle enter your eyes as well. So we want to prevent all such things.
Thanks, Ludovic.
So after governing all that, we can enter the clean room. Once we enter, this is how it looks. This white marbled area, this is called ballroom, where we have almost all the tools, except for the lithography tools. Every tool in the clean room is in this area. These are all called wet benches. So there are multiple wet benches if you see. Everyone is categorized for different things. Some is for acid, some benches for thinning station. So specific chemicals will be used in specific wet benches. If you see earlier when Ludovic gowned himself, he was not wearing all these things. So that is the basic gowning procedure to enter the clean room. And this is when you're going to do a wet process, only then you have to wear all this.
So I just want to show how someone looks when they're doing a chemical process. So he wears an extra gloves and an apron and a face cover. So these are the extra things that you wear when you do for a chemical process. I'll just give overview of the other tools that we have. So this is called PECVD, Plasma Enhanced Chemical Vapor Deposition. So what happens is when you do certain program and just these blue buttons, that entire lid opens where you see keep hands clear when closing chamber. That entire cover will open and then you can place the samples inside. So basically the tool is used to deposit materials like silicon nitride, silicon dioxide or amorphous silicon, something like that. So there will be a mixture of gases which forms the material. If you want to deposit silicon nitride, the gases will be passed in such a way silicon nitride is formed on the top of the wafer. If you notice, some part of the clean room has white light, on the other side you see all the lights are white, and once you enter this side all the lights are yellow. So this we call lithobay. So lithobay has a different color lights because the resists that we use are sometimes photosensitive. They are sensitive to certain wavelengths.
Okay, so here I'll quickly jump to the slide and then I'll get back. Do you have any queries so far in anything?
How do you like bring your phone inside? Like, because you're recording inside there, do you need to like sanitize that and like cover it in a cover or what?
Okay. Can you repeat again? I didn't hear it clearly. Sorry.
How do you like bring your phone inside? Is there any problems?
Oh, no, you can just carry your phone inside. Just that you have to carry it in your hand, sanitize your phone, and you can bring it in. Like after you do all your gowning thing, you can bring it in. Usually I don't take my phone because sometimes we do some chemical process and we'll be touching the phone. So I don't want to do that. But I've seen certain people cover the phone with a polythene cover, polythene wrap, and then they bring it in. So that way it is more safer. So yeah.
Very interesting. Thank you.
You guys can see the slide right now. I've switched to PPT. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Great. So generally, if for the laser, they have a epitaxial material. So we'll start with that. That epi material is grown, which is not inside this clean room. They have a different area for that where they grow the epi material that we want. And after that, the first instrument that I'll be showing in that video is called PECVD chamber. So PECVD is plasma enhanced chemical vapor deposition. So here you can deposit any material like oxide, nitride, amorphous silicon, any material over the laser material. So once after we do this, we go for lithography. So to do lithography, there's something called spinning before that. So these two are this is the very crucial step in the clean room. That is what I was mentioning, this yellow light, white light, litho bay, all those things I was mentioning for this. So what it is, what this lithography basically does is, we need a certain pattern on the sample. That pattern is created by this lithography. So how do we do that? So lithography has a mask. This mask is a glass, consider it as a glass plate. Okay. So you can assume the glass plate is painted in black color and only certain region is not painted. All the white region, let's say it is not painted, except for which all are black color. Let's say I'm shining a torch from above. Wherever it is white, only there the light will pass. Wherever it is painted black, the light will not pass. So when the light passes, only that region of the photoresist will stay. And all the other region where the light could not pass because of the painted region, when we develop, all this photoresist will go away. So that's the basic idea. So what do I mean by develop is, we have a certain chemical which will react with this photoresist. Photoresist is also a chemical which we spin coat in the beginning. It is called photoresist, meaning it is light sensitive material. So all these are UV light that we are shining. When I shine a UV light, when it reaches the photoresist, it reacts with the polymer there. That polymer is sensitive to this UV wavelength. And when it is sensitive to that UV wavelength, it gets hardened. A cross-linking will happen and that part will get hard and it will retain there. Whichever is not exposed to that, there's no cross-linking happening in that region. So when I dip in a developed solution, it's a chemical solution which varies based on what resist that we are using. So when I dip there, whichever get cross-linked, that will stay. Whichever is not exposed to the light, that will go away. So that is the overall idea of it. So is that clear? So we can go to that video. If you have any queries, you can ask me.
What's the finished product really? Like, what's it used for?
Sorry, what's that?
What's the finished product? Like, what's the use of it?
Oh, okay. So after this, we'll etch the substance. So the litho pattern will stay, and we can etch down. We can create the pattern in this laser. That is the purpose. So all these 3 triangles will be there, and except that, we can etch the laser sample. So specific etching is the purpose. So, okay, now we have this laser sample. If I directly do a etching means it will remove certain material from here. If I directly do a etching on this sample, all the material will go away. I don't want that to happen. I want the material to stay in this region, and all the other regions I want it to get etched. So once after I do this, when I do the etching, this region will stay protected. All the region will get etched. So we are doing a selective removal of material in the laser through all this process. Whenever you want to do anything selective, then we go for lithography. So certain part will not undergo an action. This will not be etched, or this will not be deposited something. And the other part, it will get etched. Or if, let's say, after this, I want to deposit a metal on top. And when I put a metal here, the metal will directly sit on the sample here. And when I dip in a chemical after this, it will get removed in this region. So wherever it is orange, metal will not be there. Wherever it is yellow, metal will be there. So after lithography, there are multiple things to do based on what we are aiming at. We can have a selective etching or selective metallization, different things. Does it answer your question?
Yep, that's cool.
I can show you some samples after this metallization in the video. Maybe that might be more clear.
Cool, thanks.
So yeah, so this tool, this is the PCVD tool that we are saying. So this entire lid will open, and like these are the silicon wafers. So it will be very hot. It will be at 300 degrees. So we can place the wafers inside, and on the sample, the SiO2 or silicon nitride will get deposited after a certain time, say 30 minutes or something that we calculate ahead. Yeah.
This is the lithography tool. So we placed, there will be a plate here on which we place the sample, and above which here we place the mask. So it's called a mask holder. It's it will be like a tray which will go inside, and you see this black thing that will come in the front and expose the sample. So this has the UV radiation or deep UV, whatever light that you want to expose.
These are the spinners which we use to spin coat the resist. Photoresist, it will be a liquid. We place the sample on the spinner and we spin coat them. I'll explain in detail further.
This is a mask inside a mask holder. So, yeah. So this is how a mask look. It's sometimes made of glass, quartz, or sometimes it's made of soda lime, and they can be in different sizes. This is a 5-inch mask, and this is a smaller mask. So what you see here is some regions are dark and some regions are transparent. So in the darker regions, the UV light will not go to your sample. It will be stopped in the mask. Wherever it is transparent, the UV light goes below and it exposes the resist at that part. I'm not sure if you can see, yeah. You can see some minor small patterns. Only under a microscope it gets more clear, but all the black things that you see are the patterns that we want to form on the sample. So earlier we saw the lithography tool without any sample holder and mask holder. Now I just placed a sample holder just to give you a feel of how it looks like. So this is the sample holder tray which you can move. So if you look like this, it will move, that's all. You can keep a tray of whatever sample you have. According to that you can place the tray, depending upon the sample size. So now I have a quarter of a 2-inch wafer, so I've chosen this tray. So you see the holes inside this, these are vacuum chucks. So when we place the sample, the vacuum acts via this hole and holds the sample so that it doesn't move when you do the process. So it's a dummy sample, which I'm doing it like this. So that's the thing. You have numerous such plates. So if you want to expose one full sample, entire 2-inch wafer, there are sample plate with the holes all over, so that the entire 2-inch wafer is hold to the sample holder. So once we do that, now I will try to show you how this looks. So this is the mask holder. Now I have not placed any mask because I'm taking a video with one hand. So usually if you see, these holes gives or pulls the mask. A mask will be kept here. So the vacuum acts to hold the mask via these holes. Generally, let it be a 5-inch mask or 3-inch mask, irrespective of that, you can place the mask here. And when we saw the mask, there were numerous patterns, but here there is only a very small opening. So you place the mask such that the pattern you want is in this open area. So what happens is, UV will pass only through this region. It will be blocked in these regions. So we have to take this mask holder, and this is the region where it enters. It has a rail kind of thing through which we can insert the mask. Yeah, so when it goes in, when the mask is properly fitted, it's in line with this. So now, if suppose we have a mask, below this hole, a mask pattern will be seen. And below that, when we push the sample inside, the sample is, so we have the mask holder, below that we'll have the mask, and the mask and the sample will be in close contact. So as we saw, the mask had different patterns on them, so those patterns will be transferred to the sample. So once I give the settings here, so we can give how much time to expose to resist, or what kind of contact should I use, so that it varies the gap between the sample and the mask. Once everything is done, and we use this microscope to align the sample. Now the sample might be somewhere, the mask could be some other place. So we align the sample and mask using this microscope in the view via this board. So once all the alignment is done, this UV lamp comes to the front, and when the UV light shines, only through this area the sample is transferred, the pattern is transferred to the sample. So this is the litho. If you see, the entire lithography bay is yellow light littered. That's because the photoresist are wavelength sensitive. So in case if it is white light, all the patterns, irrespective of the UV lamp, the entire resist will get exposed. So we'll not have any patterns developed on the sample. So this is the resist spinning station. So before doing the litho, we keep the sample here. This is the spinner, and it is controlled with this, where you can set the RPM. It says 4000 RPM, and you can set how much time you want it to run, 50 seconds or 4000 RPM. So once we do that, this is the place where we place the sample. So I place this. We clean the chuck. This is called sample chuck. We clean it. The vacuum acts via the center port. Then we place the sample. After cleaning the sample, we spin the photoresist. We have different photoresist. So all the photoresist are kept in those round bottles, again for the photosensitive reasons. We don't want to expose them to white light by placing them in a white bottle or a glass bottle. So those photoresists are taken using these droppers. So only how much ever you want you can use the dropper, and once the dropper is used, we throw it off. Once we take it out or once we touch it, we throw it off. Here it's all cleanliness matters, because even a small tiny amount of dust can cause a different pattern to form on your sample, or might even break your sample in some cases. So as I said before, the resist, we use the spinner, we place the sample and we drop the resist here, and then when we say run, the resist gets spun on the sample. This tool is for metallization. So once the lithography is done, once when we form a certain pattern on the sample, then for a laser, we have to deposit the metal into it. So I cannot open this chamber now, but they have many plate kind of things on the top, and the metal will be evaporated from the bottom and reaches the top. So metal will be deposited like that. I can show a sample which I already did metallization on. So if you see this is a quarter of a 2-inch wafer on which you can see certain patterns. When I move the camera, there are some certain light diffractions. Can you see some rectangle kind of shape in between? And those are my patterns. So I have done litho on this sample, and then I gave the metallization step. So once we do this, the entire sample gets metal. Then after this process, we do a chemical step to remove the metal from all the unwanted places. So that's how we form all the stripes for the lasers. This is a different sample. This is a stripe laser sample where I already gave metallization and did the litho process. So if you see, when we call a stripe laser, you can see golden lines, vertical. You can see lines like this. Those are the stripe lasers top part. Those are the metal and the stripe laser. So what we do is, first we do a lithography pattern such that these patterns get transferred to the sample. From the mask, they get transferred to the sample. And then we do the metallization step, and then the lift off. So the resist will get removed in the places where the sample looks gray. And wherever you see it as yellow, the metal still remains. So
I'll just quickly jump here to this section. So there were two regions in that sample. One was looking golden color line, and other was gray color lines. So after this process, when we deposit metal, it will be fully gold on all the areas. So that is the sample that I showed earlier, a quarter wafer which was fully gold. And then there's a process called lift off, where we dip the sample in a chemical called 1165. So what that does is, wherever the resist is there, that part will come out of the sample. So when this orange cube comes out, the metal on top of it will also come out. So you'll have metal only on the area where you don't see it as orange, only on the outer side. So that is why certain areas have gold, and whichever is gray, that had the photoresist, and then metal on top. When I dipped in the chemical, the photoresist got removed off along with the metal. So thus we can selectively deposit metal only in the region where we want. So that's why we do this litho.
For this process, what we do is we do a process called substrate thinning. And then after doing that, we do the same metallization on the back side of the wafer. You see, a metal is deposited on either side. This is the back side, which acts as N metal, and the metal on this side acts as P metal. So after doing this, we cut them into stripes like this, of different length. Then we measure certain characteristics, how the IV characteristic is for this laser and things like that.
Yep, that is all I have. So if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Sorry, what can that be used for then? Once it's finished.
Oh, those are the lasers. The stripes that you saw, those are the laser itself. So those devices can be used as laser to emit light, and then you can do your process. So you can design this sample to emit a 1310 nanometer light or 1550 nanometer light. So ideally, you're making lasers. You can make any devices inside a clean room. So this, what I showed is how to make a laser.
So do you like shine kind of incoherent light on one side of it, and then coherent light comes through in the form of laser on the other side?
Oh, okay. So you bias it for P and N metal. You bias them with the current, and then you get light on the other side.
Okay, so current is kind of hooked up to it.
Yeah. So okay, so let's say from here, these are the metal lines that you saw. So once when we cut the sample, from one of the edges, you'll get the laser emitted when you bias the P and N metal. So you get a coherent light from one side.
Okay.